Okay, y'all, so George gave us a very exciting Nymeria spinoff update. Let's talk about it, shall we? All right, y'all. So the last update that we got on Nymeria, the Nymeria spinoff, 10,000 ships, whatever you want to call it, was this. And don't worry, I'll explain the story a little bit just in case there's people who have no idea what the spinoff, what the story, who Nymeria is, whatever. But yeah, the last update we got on the spinoff was this from about like 2-ish months ago. This is from IMBD. Game of Thrones' overwhelming popularity inevitably led to HBO wanting more TV shows set in the universe. Countless projects have already been pitched and rejected, but while some of them were questionable at best, others were promising and spectacular, even based on their premises, and still ended up in the red lit pile with the rest. So that means it was just like canceled or shelved or whatever. So that's kind of what we left it at, and that was it. I think the original writer for the scripts, I guess, for the shelved one had made comments on it saying, well, nothing's really dead forever. HBO could kind of pick it up. So then we get George saying this recently on his site. George said, "Congratulations to Ebony Booth, winner of this year's Pulitzer Prize for her play Primary Truth. She's an amazingly talented young playwright and a joy to work with. When not writing and producing her prize-winning plays on and off Broadway, she has been kept busy by me and HBO working on a new pilot for 10,000 Ships, a Game of Thrones spin-off about Nymeria and the Rhoynar. We're all very excited about this one, though we're still trying to figure out how we're going to pay for 10,000 ships, 300 dragons, and those giant turtles." So yeah, that should give you an estimate of the size and scope of this story. I mean, so Westerosi said this about the show: set roughly 1,000 years prior, the story follows warrior queen Nymeria and the Rhoynar. The power of the Valyrian Empire was too strong to resist. Thus did Nymeria launch an exodus from Essos in search of a new home, which eventually became Dorne. So this map is from Atlas of Ice and Fire, and shows the flight of the Rhoynar, where all the places Nymeria stopped, all the places she when she left, where she landed on some isles and stuff. She landed in North, but she had to leave because of a plague. So all the places that they went and the challenges that they faced. And it's just if you look at all the movement here, you could definitely make a real good show out of that, because the last place they end up is Dorne. And we're talking about the woman that Arya named her wolf after. We're talking about the woman that Rhaenyra and Alicent, right, was reading about, right? So it's just there's a lot of history there, and it's a lot of stuff that happens before they even end up in Dorne. So you could really make a show about that, a real good show. And so maybe that's why after the first time the thing got shelved, they were like, well, let's see if we could try again, because y'all, there is enough stuff there for y'all to make something exciting. I mean, I can give you an example of certain things that were happening. In the Second Spice War, the Rhoynish apparently had water wizards who are raising enormous water spouts against the Valyrian dragons, and they flooded the city before the Valyrians eventually prevailed. During another instance of Rhoynar's water wizards called up the power of the Rhoyne River and defeated the Valyrians. So it's just if you're talking about magic, you want to see some some nice magic, some water wizards coming around here, and they're gonna need that power because they're gonna be fighting against the height of the Valyrian Empire, which with all their dragons. So you want to see those kinds of fights happening? Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna read this here. The tale of everything is in the description box. If you want to check it out, the tale of Nymeria begins centuries before House of the Dragon, before even the doom of Valyria, in the Rhoyne Basin. At that time and place, the most powerful nation was the Valyrian Freehold, the official name of the Empire of Old Valyria. Its expansion engulfed most of the free cities we got to see Daenerys Targaryen conquer in Game of Thrones, from Astapor to Meereen. Eventually, Valyrian conquest led the Freehold to the Rhoyne, one of the mightiest rivers in Essos, and home to the Rhoynar, the people who lived in the cities on its margins. The Rhoynish wars that followed were a doomed endeavor from the start for the locals, and Princess Nymeria knew it. She took part in the conflict, but upon learning of her fellow Rhoynar's demise, she decided to gather every ship she could find and set sail to the west with as many women and children as she could find, seeing as most of the men had died fighting in the war. Legend tells that her fleet consisted of as many as 10,000 ships. After a long and perilous journey, only some of the ships managed to make landfall on Dorne, the southernmost land of Westeros. So I'm just like, yeah, we need it right now. We need it right now. Y'all need to be making sure, because like I said, those magic battles, those the time on the sea, or time at sea, I should say, with the people that you trust on these ships, that's already drama. That's already, planted the seeds for a great drama to roll out. On top of that, y'all already have all this magic going on with all these water wizards and all these dragons and shit happening. So that's going to be fun to see. It's like, y'all need to make sure y'all get that together. I need Aegon's Conquest. I need Old Valyria, the Doom of Valyria. I need all of that. I don't know, because this is before the Doom, so like, just take us straight to the Doom. Just take us to the Doom. I'm serious. Just do it right. Just do it right, and you ain't got nothing to worry about, right? You ain't got nothing to worry about. So, yeah, let me know what you think of this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will check y'all out later. Peace. All right, y'all, make sure that you're going to www.zeraxia.com. When you join the wait list there on the site, you will be the first to be notified when I drop my sequel. Also, you'll immediately get chapter 1 of my upcoming sequel of the upcoming book sent to your email as a PDF. So check that out. Also, this is a different excerpt from my upcoming book, so you definitely want to pause to read if you're trying to get your life. Keep in mind that this upcoming book, this sequel, is following up the first book that is already released, called Zeraxia, Wrath of the God King. I released it a few years ago. It was my introduction to writing fantasy and stuff, so just go easy on me. But either way, as you can see here, it's given 4.9 stars. It's given 4.9 stars. So yeah, check out Zeraxia, Wrath of the God King while you wait for Zeraxia, The Vengeance of Coldwind, right? And go to Zeraxia.com, sign up, join the wait list, get your free chapter. Thank you so much.